In the quiet, rolling hills of Bethlehem, a young man named David tended his sheep. His days moved with the sun and the needs of his flock. Often overlooked as the youngest son, he cultivated a rich inner world. With a simple harp, he composed melodies and sang praise to God. He learned the land, the secret paths and watering holes, and the dangers that lurked. Daily care and protection shaped his heart with tenderness, vigilance, and responsibility. He was not a warrior or a nobleman, just a shepherd who valued every lamb. He fought predators for their survival, not for glory. He prayed from genuine dependence. His faith was simple and unwavering. He found strength to defend his flock. One day, the prophet Samuel came to anoint a future king. The stronger, more prominent sons were passed over. God looked at David's heart, loyal, humble, and true. In a quiet moment, David was anointed. He returned to his sheep with a planted purpose. Israel faced a terrifying threat, the Philistines and their giant Goliath. For 40 days, his taunts paralyzed the army. David, bringing supplies, heard the defiance. Where others saw an unbeatable giant, he saw a chance for faith. Armed with only what he knew, he stepped forward. He refused the heavy armor he did not know. His trust was in the God who helped him guard his sheep. He had faced lions and bears before. He declared the battle belonged to the Lord. One well-aimed stone flew true. Goliath fell and the enemy fled. David's victory made him a household name and a symbol of hope. But Saul's jealousy turned him into a rival. David became a fugitive in familiar hills. Hardship, pursuit, uncertainty. These years refined him. He formed a loyal, disciplined company with compassion and fairness. He refused to strike God's anointed. Resilience, strategy, and patience grew within him. His rise was a long journey preparing him for kingship. The time would come. After Saul's death, the way opened. David moved toward the throne. David's first great act as king was to unify the fractured tribes of Israel. After strife, the elders recognized him and anointed him king over a united nation. He captured Jerusalem from the Jebusites. Politically neutral, it became the perfect capital, the city of David. He fortified, built, and centralized the kingdom. He organized defenses and led with strategic courage. Decisive victories brought safety to homes and villages. Stability allowed families to thrive. David established justice rooted in righteousness. He instructed impartial law for all people. The weak would not be oppressed. His shepherd's heart protected the vulnerable. He taught leaders to serve with integrity and compassion. Justice and mercy spread across the realm. He brought the ark to Jerusalem, returning worship to the nation's heart. Overflowing with joy, he worshipped without pretense. Jerusalem became the spiritual center. He organized priests and Levites into service. Continuous worship filled the city with music and song. His psalms became Israel's hymnal. He restored Saul's land to Mephibosheth and seated him at his table. Mercy revealed the king's heart. David desired unity not just by city or banner, but by devotion to God. Prayer and praise became the nation's rhythm. God's presence was central. Yet David's life had deep shadows and moral failure. In weakness, he sinned grievously, leading to adultery and murder. It was a devastating fall. When confronted, David did not make excuses. He was broken, filled with sorrow and repentance. He poured out confession to God. Grace reshaped him into a more compassionate leader. A hard lesson, but one that changed him. The nation felt the fruit of humility. In later years, he prepared for the future of worship. He assembled materials and drew plans for a temple. His son would build the house of God. He longed for a people with an enduring place to meet with God. He passed on a strong, united, worship-centered kingdom. He left songs and prayers for generations. From a quiet field to a bustling palace, from a shepherd's harp to the songs of a nation. David's journey testifies to the power of a faithful heart. David's legacy was not just battles won or cities built, but the posture of his heart. He never forgot he was once a shepherd. He used power not for opulence, but to protect, guide, and serve. True authority seeks others' good. A leader need not be perfect. They must be willing to be humble. His story includes struggle, failure, and repentance. He knew how to say he was sorry and seek forgiveness. He listened to the wise and embraced correction. His heart stayed receptive to God's guidance. He prepared for peace to endure beyond his reign. He planned a house for God that Solomon would build. He passed on unity and worship. He left psalms, songs and prayers that still offer comfort and hope. Inspiration echoes to this day. He was a warrior and a poet, a king and a servant who loved justice and worship. His crown marked authority, but his heart defined his legacy. Great leaders serve with love, courage, and humility.